Yo, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I feel like it's been forever since I streamed, and it kind of has. Like, before my last stream that I did with my boys, Sage of Thick Has and Lightning Snow, it had been a minute, but we are back to streaming. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone with me today. I'm just gonna be chilling on here with y'all, talking about why Minato is just a fucking fraud, if I'm being totally honest. I've been like, bro, like, the reason why, I it's kind of become a joke now that I tend to shit on Minato, especially in my streams, right? But like recently, it's become like more often, and my reasoning for this is because like on TikTok, I've been on TikTok lately, and I've seen so many like Minato wankers on TikTok. Like, I might actually have to go on there and start slapping some of those creators around, because they actually just they just wank Minato like unproportionately. Like, some of those guys are some of the greatest glazers I've ever seen. They're just unparalleled. The strongest glazers in history don't exist on YouTube. They're on fucking TikTok. It's crazy, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. And what's up, Steven? He said the Minato hate will never end. Gray said, like, Naruto needs Sage Mode to beat Minato. Lol. Hey, I don't know. Base Naruto might be slamming Minato. Kakashi thinks that Naruto's the only one that has the capability to surpass Minato, and that's before he had Sage Mode. Minato the fraud. Facts. What up, Tanner? How you doing? Bro said, imagine being late. Come on now, I was 3 minutes late. Don't do me like that. What's up, Julian? I'm doing pretty good. It's about time. Bro, I had you waiting for 3 minutes. That's crazy. What's up, Pin? Where you been in the Discord, sir? I ain't seen you, bro. Yo, serial designation, the GOAT himself. He said, I'm happy that you're here entertaining me at work. Hey, man, that's what I'm here for. About to have a good time downplaying the fraud Minato himself. Minato may be a fraud, but at least he was always on time. Was he, though? Was he? Wait, let me think about that. Was Minato on time? I guess he's never necessarily been late. He did show up in time to stop the Jubi bomb. He also actually, I guess he showed up in time before the Ninetales could destroy the village in Hiruzen. Okay, you got me there, bro. You got me there. Loco, it's been so long. What's up, Hella Entertainment? I agree, it has been quite a long time. I agree with this. He's so overrated. Facts. Not using my amazing memes as your background, but glazing Sasuke is on brand. Nah, what the fuck? Actually, let me change the cover. Hold on. I totally forgot to do that before I got on here. What is a good cover to have? You like this one? I totally forgot to switch it up. Maybe the cowboy one? No, I got an idea. I got an idea, bro. The samurai one. Looking good. When are you gonna do that Sakura versus Minato video? I have a similar video coming out with someone else soon. Not Sakura though, but it's about Minato. His power caps out at base Naruto's unfinished Rasen Shuriken. Valid. It says, Street saying Loco dropped that Danzo video just as an alley-oop to hype up Sasuke. Hey man, why you out here telling my secrets to everyone? Come on now. TikTok scalers are weird. Nah, that's what I'm saying, bro. These TikTok motherfuckers are getting on my nerves, bro. Like, just earlier today, like, there's one of them in particular that someone in my Discord server been telling me about. They say that he hypes up Minato like all the time, and it's insane. Holy fuck, it's, oh my god, it's like greater than Swagage and 6. Like, holy shit. Like, and I went to his page and I saw a lot of things he said, and it's like, god dude, this dude is just straight glazing. But I'll have to reach out to him soon. I'll see if he has like a Twitter or something, because I don't have like an actual TikTok account. I just fucking Google their accounts. Hey yo, $5 from the boy Tanner. What is up, bro? I appreciate that, man. Said Fukasaku said Naruto Boy surpassed his predecessors, including Jiraiya and Minato. And we don't Minato, he just gets wanked. My profile picture wins. Yeah, Tobirama does beat Minato. If y'all look at Tanner's profile picture, he got Tobirama on there. But yeah, Sage Naruto is just stated to have surpassed Jiraiya and Minato. No cap. I remember on Swag's tier list, he put base Minato over KCM2 Naruto and base Hashirama. No, that's actually insane. There's no way, bro. There's actually no way. Holy fuck, dude. Look, there was a drifter passing through that said, through that little valley, see, he had promised. What the fuck? I'm not reading that shit. Minato wasn't on time to save Obito and Ring. That is true. Minato wasn't around for that. Holy fuck. Minato did let Rin die, basically. Not even Kakashi's fault. It was Minato's fault. I mean, maybe he wasn't on time for Jubito's True Secret Orbs. That is true. That is true. Tobirama had to save Naruto and Sasuke because Minato was too slow. Minato never on time. He couldn't even pull out of Kushida. Why do you think Naruto was born? Holy fuck, dude. No, that's insane. People be overrating Minato. He's still cool, strong, and slaps pain any day of the week. Yo, the boy Chrome is in here. What's good, man? How you doing? Hey, check out my boy Chrome's channel. He's been putting out a lot of pretty cool shorts lately. Base Minato above Hashirama, definitely on drugs. Alright. What video should we react to today? I saw a new NC Hammer video where he ranks the strongest genjutsu users in the Narutoverse. I'd like to check that out. But it is like almost fucking 30 minutes long. So I'm open to other suggestions. I am most definitely open to other suggestions. What y'all think? What y'all think? Give me a topic. I know you said Kisame has no counter to C4, but what are your thoughts on the Super Shark Bomb just being able to cover the radius and absorb the chakra out of them unless he doesn't know about it? There's no reason why he should know what C4 is or like what it can do. I don't see why he would, like, unless Akatsuki members just know each other's abilities, which they probably don't. They can know like what each other do, right? Kisame can know that Deidara blows stuff up, and Deidara can know that he's like a 7 swordsman member, but the C4 was something that Deidara was secretly developing to use on Itachi, so I doubt that Kisame would know about it. Itachi is the Uchiha Slayer, but Tobirama is the Minato Slayer? Yeah, so is Sage Naruto. Facts. I wouldn't pull out of Kushina either. I don't blame him. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. What is he talking about? Kisame beats Itachi? It's insane. We all know Kuronai solos all genjutsu users that aren't Itachi. Lightning Snow made a video about Itachi. If you're interested, I would gladly hear your opinion on it. Yeah, I heard he had Daigo Knight on there. I heard he had Daigo Knight, the man himself, on there. I could check that one out. I could check out Lightning Snows. I don't know who else I'd watch though. I don't think his video was that long, was it? Let me see. Lightning Snow. Oh, he just hit 4K. That's great. That's great, man. I didn't know he had 4K. Oh, man. It's about 30 minutes long, too. Same length as the NC Hammer one. Kushina's frying pan is greater than Kushina's entire career. Now, that's insane. It's kind of fucked up. In a common knowledge that chakra is used to ignite paper bombs or any type of explosions, sure, but like in terms of the C4, Like, I think that's what he was referring to, like Kisame using the Super Shark Bomb against C4 specifically. But first of all, we don't know, like unless he like shoots a C4, like how would that even work? First of all, and second of all, I don't see any reason why he would know that it's like literal micro bombs that infiltrate your cellular system. Minato got hurt by a splinter. I think I found the video I wanted, but it's 22 minutes? Shoot. Let's hear it. What is it about? Kisame beats Tobirama? I don't know about that, sweetheart. Kushina beats base Hashirama. Ran Peach out of the server with the blitz tier above Hashirama? Nah, that's insane, dude. What? React to my Sage Kabuto versus Minato video. Hidden Marco. Okay, how we feeling? How we feeling? We got a Lightning Snow video about Itachi. It's Lightning Snow and Daigo Night, actually. Two goats, right? Let's see what they think about Itachi scaling. We have Marco's video about Sage Kabuto versus Minato. I know what he thinks about that, so it's bound to be pretty funny. I'm gonna stop the glaze for Minato. There's also NC Hammers ranking the top 10 strongest Genjutsu users. That's bound to have something wrong. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Have you seen the Seth Afro Senju debate? I can't say I have, bro. Can't say that I have. Honestly, I might watch Marco's video. It's kind of on topic. Talk about Minato. Decisions. Oh shit, serial designation just dropped 10 euros. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, big dog. I guess we're reacting to Lightning Snow. He said here's 10 to react to it. Fuck yeah. Let's check out Lightning Snow's video with Daigo Night. Let's fucking do it. We could probably check out another video afterwards, though. We'll start pretty early on this one, so maybe we can watch a second one once we're done with this one. I appreciate that, big dog. Thank you for the 10, you beautiful person. Let's see here.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, I'll let the video play. My bad. Alright, let me get it up on screen real quick. Shout out Lightning, bro. It hit 4K today. We move in Loco next. Facts. I'm actually like almost 200 subs away from 3K. So, yep, I'm getting there. I'm trying. Hold up. Bro, where the fuck is this window capture? It's being a bitch. Can't pull this shit up. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is. There it is. Bet. So, this is going to be Lightning Snow's video with Daigo Night. I know he has Daigo on there. About how strong is Itachi Uchiha? Not that strong, question mark. So, apparently what Lightning Snow was telling me is that he has a bit of a reputation for like downplaying Itachi kind of. So we're gonna have to see what he thinks. You know, let's see if he can rectify that, or if he just plays into the downplay even more. Here's how you can convince Loco about anything. See, nah, it's not like that. I appreciate that cereal. Oh my god. Bro, what is Minato's answer to pure clone spam without people to throw kunai for him? Lol. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start watching.
What's happening, guys? Like to know back today with another video. Today, I got my good friend Daigo back with me. Say hey, everybody. Hello, everybody. How's it going? So today, I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for a while. I have a similar video on my channel about a certain other character that's also divisive amongst the fandom, which was Tobirama. I did it in the format of, is Tobirama really that powerful? Now, this is something that I think I'm going to continue to do every now and then. involving other certain characters. It's almost like how strong is blank, or is blank underrated or overrated. So if you want me to continue to do this series as like a separate niche altogether, let me know in the comments below and who you want me to cover. So today we're covering Itachi Uchiha, and I wanted to do this specifically because have a bit of a reputation about me that I lowball Itachi like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to rectify that a little bit, because unfortunately in my video catalog, I kind of do them dirty when it comes to certain characters, like pitting them up against certain opponents, such as Obito, Minato, and Pain. And Daigo was even on that Obito video with me in that respective fight. So unfortunately, you know, like I said, some of these other characters are really broken, but Itachi is also broken. And I think this is what this video today is meant to, you know, entail, and to bring to light that, like, I don't feel like I sleep on Itachi. I unfortunately pit him up against certain characters that are just not fair in his respective opinion. So I mean, Daigo, if you had to describe Itachi in 2 words when it comes to like his battle prowess, you know, all over his attributes, well, what would come to mind?
I'd say he's probably a glass cannon, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you want me to describe him in 2 words. I don't like people that say that he has no chakra whatsoever, that he has no durability or anything like that, because he clearly does. It's just that the people that you usually put him against in versus battles to make those videos interesting, they have way more damage potential than what Itachi can withstand, and usually they have also much more stamina and chakra. So that's why
Itachi would slam Obito. Don't do this.
Kind of falls back a little bit in those versus battles. But if he gets, you know, a shot in the beginning of the fight, Itachi has a win con against pretty much any character, because he does have Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu, the Totsuka Blade, and I mean, can also bring up Izanami, which are all these jutsus can end the fight in a single blow. Not even because you have to do the cycle and everything, but still, it's a powerful jutsu. Yeah. And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, setting aside like, you know, 6-path characters, Itachi also has arguably the strongest defense in the series. You know, setting aside, you know, Madara Susanoo, that like is a tank in and of itself, but like again, setting that aside, Itachi has the Yaramir, which is, I mean, again, it's pretty much infinitely durable. So, I mean, like you said, he glass cannon, but at the same time, he has so many one-shots that like he's able to deal with just about most opponents in the series. It's one of those things, like if he doesn't do it quickly, he kind of runs the risk of, you know, tiring himself out. So, like you said, glass cannon, it's like, it's almost in a Kishimoto's way of nerfing an opponent that's so strong, because if he was, you know, peak condition for the majority of the series, he'd be way too tough for, again, like maybe 80% of the series.
And the problem when you do Itachi in fights, when you write for Itachi, is that people, if you want somebody to beat Itachi or not die against him, you either have to make Itachi not want to kill that person, which is pretty much every single fight he's in the entire series. He doesn't have killing intent. He doesn't want to kill Sasuke, he doesn't want to kill Kakashi, he doesn't want to kill Jiraiya. So he either flees, or he does something that, well, let me orchestrate this fight in a way that the outcome benefits me and the Leaf Village.
Right.
And also when Itachi has to fight against extremely powerful characters, in a versus battle video, for example, the characters that you put him up against, they're going to have hacks abilities, which is pretty much the only way to counter Itachi's abilities. How are you going to counter Amaterasu and Totsuka Blade? You have to either...
Yeah, there aren't very many people in the series that have like a hard counter to Itachi's abilities. Like if we're being totally honest, there's very few that have a direct counter. Like obviously there are some that are just straight up faster than Itachi, like KCM2 Naruto, or people like of that caliber wouldn't lose to Itachi because they just have like a stat advantage on him. But do they have a direct counter for something like Tsukuyomi? If they get hit by the Totsuka Blade somehow, probably not. They just outscale him in terms of physical capabilities. But anybody on a similar tier to Itachi would have a really, really hard time overcoming those hacks. So I definitely agree.
Space through things like Obito can, you have to have flying Raijin to teleport away, or be extremely fast, you're power clipping Itachi, basically, which makes it difficult because either Itachi stomps or he loses the fight. That's kind of how the character goes.
Yeah. So real quick, me and Daigo are gonna kind of do a run through about his feats in the whole, you know, perspective manga. I'm gonna be including some of the light novels myself because I think some of the feats that he pulls off.
Hey, $2 from Tanner. He said Steven spitting facts. What'd Steven say? Tobirama greater than KCM2 Naruto, greater than 7th Gate Guy, greater than Kisame, is greater than Sage Mode Naruto, is greater than Deidara, is greater than Kakuzu, is greater than Minato. Kakuzu above Minato is funny as hell. I love the agenda.
In light novels, specifically when he's, you know, really younger, is ridiculous. So, just to start, during the Nine-Tailed attack, the way the book is describing it, you know, the Nine-Tails is running rampage and everyone's running around, screaming their heads off, and there's a whole bunch of like debris falling. Oh, there's like a giant rock that's falling towards Mikoto and Sasuke, baby Sasuke. And while Mikoto didn't even notice that the rock was falling behind her, Itachi takes action himself and completely destroys the rock on impact. And this is Itachi, who had barely, not even entered the academy yet. And just the way the book describes it, I could be wrong on this, but the way that the book describes it, it sounds like he's amping his strength with some chakra control, which almost kind of seems similar to what Sakura and Tsunade do. So I don't know if that's exactly what he's doing. Again, this is, one of the light novels, so like sometimes it can be interpreted different ways. But if that is the case, that is crazy because most Genin, most Chunin can't do something like that. I'd even argue that some lesser Jonin may not be able to do that either. So like the fact that Itachi can do that, not even having any kind of ninja training, was ridiculous. Now, no, like I'm not trying to give him too much credit because it might be something that like he just didn't know how to do. Like he didn't know that he could do something like that. It was like once in a lifetime kind of thing. It just happened to be like, I had to take care of this situation and my body just moved on its own kind of thing. And so I just think it's really impressive considering, again, he has no ninja training whatsoever. So, and then in the novels, as he goes on,
with the kid
then in the
Itachi
academy,
feats, let's go.
I mean, we all know that Itachi graduated at a really young age, and apparently, like he continuously surprised his teachers at like every single turn, including like beating everybody in a shuriken practice, and saying that he had like, I think they had to complete it in like 5 minutes, the rest of the students, and Itachi pulls it off in 30 seconds. And Itachi also got really mad at himself because he felt like he could have done way better. I think he said something like he could have like shaved 5 seconds off or something like that, which kind of implies he could have done it. So just as a young kid, Itachi is like really ridiculous. And as far as the Chunin exams go, I mean, he's obviously, got the second highest score next to Minato, set a record for the Forest of Death, getting to, completing the Forest of Death, which also included the fact that Donzo recommended him to take the Chunin exams alone because his teammates were really as impressed.
Fucking Raven in chat said, every time I watch a Loco stream, I lose faith in humanity. Shut your ass up, Raven, bro. He said, Logan, I think Kakuzu was paper bomb level, but Minato was Splinter next to paper bomb. Oh my god. Hey, yo, another 5 from Tanner. He said, if Minato can't handle a Splinter, what's he gonna do when Kakuzu rips his heart out? Or when Tobirama uses tandem paper bombs, he is fodder. I can confirm. He's not doing much to Tobirama. But the Kakuzu arguments for him being above Minato are hilarious, dude. They're so funny. Because they're actually like they start to make sense. Like it's kind of funny. Yo, what's up? Eternal Flame with the $5, 5 Canadian bucks. I appreciate that. You said English or Spanish? In what context? In what context? Like, what do you mean English or Spanish, bro? Are you saying is it because I'm Mexican? Nah, playing. What's up, Eternal? I appreciate the 5, bro.
Impressive, obviously. So he's able to, become a Chunin because Donzo recommended it to him pretty much because he played the Force of Death and took out 3 ninja to take their Heaven Scroll, get to the tower, and then in the Chunin exams tournament, he does so well in the opening fight that he's just allowed to skip the rest of the bracket and is immediately promoted to Chunin. So it does sound crazy and it does sound ridiculous, but no, Itachi's like really broken as a kid. I think his most impressive thing that happens as a kid, though, is his confrontation with Obito during, the Itachi light novels. And it's sort of brought up in the Itachi, backstory filler arc in the anime, where he encounters Obito, and I believe it is Itachi, a Genjutsu specialist, a Jonin, and one of the Garden Shinobi 12. Obito catches everybody in the Genjutsu aside from Itachi and his Genjutsu specialist teammate, which is crazy because Itachi at this point doesn't even have his Sharingan, and as a matter of fact, it's the death of his teammate that manifests the Sharingan for the first time. So this is Itachi that probably doesn't have any Genjutsu training at all, and he was still able to resist the Genjutsu from Obito, who was able to put Yagura under Genjutsu. Now,
yeah,
you could say maybe Obito's Genjutsu wasn't that potent.
So I think they're not talking about like Obito actually confronting Itachi. It's like when they're kids, pretty much, right? So Obito's Genjutsu, if I remember correctly, does get resisted by like child Itachi, who had just like awakened Sharingan like moments prior. So once again, another way to put Itachi above Obito, even as a child. It's like this was after Obito had already controlled the Nine Tails and implanted Hashirama cells in his body already. So I don't know, man. Itachi is resisting genjutsu that's like on par with the Nine Tails level of fucking like what it takes to control the Nine Tails. It's kind of crazy. Kakuzu rips out Minato's heart. Facts. Holy shit! Eternal Flame said, "Whoever moves first is gay." I know one of y'all must have moved by now. We can't even lie. All right. I appreciate the fight. Damn, we got like a dono train going on. What the hell? Thank y'all. Thank you very much. Serial Designation also donated another €5. I think that's a euro. If I've been saying the wrong thing, like fuck me. But he said the rock that crushed teenage Obito would be destroyed from one punch by 6-year-old Itachi. Facts. That little boulder, that pebble, not doing nothing to Itachi. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. I appreciate the donos, y'all.
But still, to me, I think it's pretty crazy impressive. So I've been talking for a minute. Daigo, what do you think of all these feats as far as you've heard?
I mean, as far as prodigies go in the Leaf Village and also the Naruto verse, Itachi is probably the third highest prodigy, you could say, behind Kakashi and Minato. And when I say prodigy, I just mean a person that develops really early and is a big genius when it comes to not having to even train to learn stuff. Kakashi, he graduated when he was like 5, and Minato, I think it was actually after Itachi's age, or I think Minato was 10 when he graduated, but still, Minato did better in the Chunin exams, like you said, he was like first place, Itachi was second. But as far as that goes, yeah, Itachi is right up there with the most genius kids in the village. I mean, nobody in the Konoha 12 even compares to that.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's actually crazy that Itachi wasn't the youngest to graduate from the academy. I think it's actually crazier that just from the feats alone.
Wait, who was the youngest? Was it Kakashi? I'm almost positive Kakashi was the first person to graduate. I think it was Kakashi. It's either Kakashi or Minato. But as for both Kakashi and Minato, it was during wartime, right? Like during the Third Great Shinobi War, the Konoha was still like very weakened from the Second Great Shinobi War, and they had to start sending out children to the battlefield like Kakashi. So what they did is they began to promote people quicker through the shinobi ranks, basically. So you could say that the only reason people like Kakashi made it through the academy so quickly and rose up the shinobi ranks very fast is specifically due to wartime, in which they had to just push people out. They needed more shinobi to actually fight. So the qualifications and the standards required to become a shinobi were loosened, right? They weren't as rigorous as they would be during Itachi's time. It's like peacetime, right? There's no war going on. So you could make that argument. You could make that argument. The plan worked, we won, boys. Oh my god. Tanner was waiting for Loco to move to spit facts. What the fuck? Wasn't Yamato pretty young too? Yamato was young. When I don't remember how Yamato's backstory goes. I'm not even gonna lie, but yeah. I don't know about that because Minato was not a child during the Third Great War. Well, he was during the second. Like the second was still going on, if I remember correctly, because like the second happened. I mean, the third happened like almost immediately after the second. So it's like more likely than not, Minato was a child in wartime at some point in time, you know. I think it's stated that they the wars were just like kind of back to back. Like they signed like the peace treaty and then just went right back into the war basically. Never mind, I just looked it up. It said Kakashi was at the age of 6. Yeah, Kakashi was pretty young. So you could just say that Kakashi they kind of promoted him and the people like the other people in his class. They promoted them faster because they needed more shinobi.
From the novels for him. Like just how he did in the academy and even before the academy, it's really, really crazy. So, so then we'll fast forward to his feats in the Anbu. I mean, they're pretty blatant. I mean, just on the fact that he was handpicked by the Leafs to be the one to take out the Uchiha clan massacre. Now, obviously, it wasn't just him, but still, the fact that he was able to take on pretty much at least half, if not more than half, of the Uchiha clan by himself is crazy impressive. Now, there are people who say that maybe Itachi isn't as impressive because if you take the light novels and the anime backstory arc, as canon, It's implied that Itachi is kind of scared to take Fugaku on. In the words in the anime, I believe he says that Fugaku is like.
I think that is anime only. I don't think that appears in the manga. It has been a minute, so I don't really remember the novels, but I remember hearing somewhere that this is like only a part of the anime. I'm almost positive this statement from Itachi is not in the novels. It's been a while though.
Like the worst possible opponent for him. I don't know if that's necessarily, because there are people who have, debate on what that kind of meant. If that meant like emotionally, that he might be the worst possible opponent to take him on, or if he meant like physically. I think it's more implied to be like, physically, like he's physically the worst opponent for him. But I don't know. I can't really,
Could say it's like emotionally Itachi isn't prepared to kill his parents, and you can see that he starts sobbing before he actually like kills him. I mean, like, who wouldn't, right? And they even call him a very sensitive child. So even if that statement is canon to the novels, which I don't fucking remember, I feel like an equally valid interpretation could be made to where like Itachi's like just not ready yet to actually kill his parents, and he's like if I were to actually face him, it'd be very hard for me to do. If we were to like fight straight up, I don't think I could like bring myself to doing so. And he got lucky that Fugaku just decided to give his life up and basically let Itachi kill him. I think that's a good argument that you can make against someone that would pull out that statement.
Gauge, we don't see what Fugaku's ever capable of, really. So,
I also think the emotional argument's pretty good because it's his dad. And sure, he's really strong, but also the emotional burden Itachi would go through if he had to actually fight would be pretty bad for him.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Like, see, Daigo was spitting facts. Daigo the God. Let me like this video. Why haven't I liked this video already, bro? Come on now. What am I doing? Daigo coming in. We got to hear Daigo spit facts.
Emotional argument's pretty good.
Fugaku's ever capable of, really. So,
I also think the emotional argument's pretty good because it's his dad. And sure, he's really strong, but also the emotional burden Itachi would go through if he had to actually fight would be.
Steven said, Logan, your stream shit better be on lock. It looks like people can join. What do you mean, bro? It appears in the novels as well? Okay. My bad. I just got knowledge cliff, bro. Just got fucking knowledge cliffed. I can imagine Orochimaru being pregnant with Yamato. What the fuck? What is he talking about? Common Daigo W. What's up, Donovan?
Pretty bad for him.
That's what I said. Like, I honestly was like seeing both arguments. I was just like, I think when I first read it, I was just like, I guess my mind immediately went to him thinking that it was like probably the most challenging person to fight at the time. So,
you're right. It probably was. Like Shisui was already dead at that point. So realistically, the only other person in the village that would like pose a threat to Itachi, like narratively, would be Fugaku. Fugaku probably is the strongest Uchiha that isn't Itachi or Shisui. At that point in time, of course. So like, you could say that like Itachi is saying that Fugaku still would be like somewhat of a quote-unquote problem, but that's just in comparison to everyone else in the Uchiha clan who isn't particularly that impressive compared to the likes of Shisui and Itachi, right? But yeah,
I'm iffy on it. I said I would like to make a clear consensus on who I think would win that one, but again, we just don't ever see what Fugaku's ever capable of, and we never even see him fight one time really, so it's really hard to gauge on that alone. But either way, and then going off of the extermination, we have his next following fight we actually first see on screen, which is him fighting Kakashi and company. And this on its own, like, even though Kisame was there, I'd argue that like Itachi, as strong as he was, probably could take on all the Jonin that were there. Guy might be an exception. Like, I don't know if he'd be able to take on everybody there plus Guy, but
I'd say it probably depends on how seriously Guy takes the fight in the beginning. If he starts off bloodlusted on like the 6th or 7th gate already, then it's more difficult. But if things continue the way they were continuing there, and if Itachi and Kisame didn't just flee and Guy just fought against them in base, I think Itachi could take all 4 of them. At the same time, without much of an issue.
Yeah,
Kakashi was already down.
Yeah,
but Kurenai is a non-issue. He's strong. Like in the Naruto universe, he's extremely powerful. But if you compare him to somebody like Itachi, he's also a non-entity.
Yeah,
and then you have Guy fighting in base. No, they were going to lose.
So, and a hypothetical like 1v4. like you said, I still think Itachi could probably take it. It just, like I said, it depends. And if it's all four with Guy and base, I think Itachi beats them. Because again, like you said earlier, at that point he wasn't plagued by sickness, so there's a really good chance he performed a lot better than what he otherwise would later on. But like you said, if assuming Kakashi's in peak condition and assuming Guy goes right into 7th gate, I think it's a little tougher. So, but again,
I still think he can probably win even if Guy goes 7th gate, because he has the Susanoo in that situation. We don't know if he actually had the Susanoo or if.
Donovan said, "Do you think Massacre Itachi would defeat Hiruzen?" Well, first of all, Itachi beat Orochimaru, like, I think it was right after he left the village. Because Orochimaru's in the Akatsuki confirmed that he left the organization 7 years ago, which was before Shippuden. So, actually, until the end of part 1, Orochimaru had left the Akatsuki 10 years prior, and then there's like a 3-year-ish time skip from Shippuden, and we know that Itachi never had access to Kodo Amatsukami throughout his entire time after Shisui died, and Kodo Amatsukami has a cooldown that lasts slightly more than 10 years. It's like a little more than 10 years. So 7 plus about the 2.5 to 3 year time skip from Shippuden would come out to close to 10 years since, so like in Shippuden when Itachi died, it was about 10 years ago that he defeated Orochimaru, and more like that he left the village in general, because Shisui gave him his eye 10 years and some change prior to his death, right? So maybe you could say like a couple months passed after Itachi had left the village to the point where he actually defeated Orochimaru. But like the only I guess you could make a good argument to say that Masker Itachi hadn't become proficient enough with his Mangekyo to actually be on the same level as the Itachi that defeated Orochimaru. But it's a very short time gap. It's only like a couple months at most, like not even a year. After Itachi left the village during the massacre to him defeating Orochimaru. So I think you could make a pretty good argument to say that like Itachi from the Uchiha massacre would have a very good shot at defeating Hiruzen. Now, if you just want to equate them and say that like the one that beat Orochimaru and the one that did the massacre are on a comparable level, they have comparable ocular prowess, then yes, Massacre Itachi would definitely defeat Hiruzen, just because Orochimaru states that he's just weaker than Itachi entirely, and his last known reference for fighting Itachi is 7 years prior, when Itachi had just left the village from doing the massacre, and it stated and shown that Orochimaru was relative to Hiruzen, and they had a very tough battle. They struggled against each other as opponents and things of that nature. So yeah, teenage Itachi just might be slamming Hiruzen.
If he developed during the time skip or something like that, but it's implied that you kind of get it early if you awaken the manga Sharingan anyway, especially because Itachi did so like 7 years before there or something. And the Susanoo can tank stuff, especially if Itachi already had the Yaramir. Yeah. But it would be difficult if Guy wasn't in base.
Well, even so, though, from what we saw, it is crazy. Like Itachi's build-up paid off in spades when we just see the lack of effort on his part. And then, like, all respect to everybody there, but, like, Guy and Kakashi specifically were built up to be these, like, super elite Jonin, you know what I'm saying? Like, people we hardly ever see lose a fight. Even though, Kakashi kind of got fear hacked by Orochimaru in the previous arc, but still, though, we don't see Kakashi or Guy taking many L's by this point. So it's like, when we see Kakashi finally take probably the biggest L in his life and the quickest L in his life, it does paint Itachi as someone that can't be messed with. So, especially, by, people in that tier. So, you're already getting the assumption, like, bro, this guy's going to be really, like, how is Sasuke and arguably Naruto at a certain point going to be able to take this guy on? Like, this guy is stronger than Orochimaru, and even that like, going on to that like, how long in the Chunin exams arc were we built up Orochimaru as a super villain, but like this guy is supposed to be stronger than Orochimaru? Like, how in the world are they going to be? That was like what I was thinking as a kid. So I was like,
the implications are like, oh, Itachi beats Orochimaru, is just slightly stronger than Orochimaru, but I don't know. Itachi decimates Orochimaru in terms of power, because Orochimaru's like, I have no chance of getting Itachi's body anymore, so I have to go after Sasuke. And I have the
Yep.
Tensei Jutsu.
Yep, there's the panel right there. He put it on screen. All of this would not have been necessary if we had been able to rope in Itachi Uchiha from the beginning, but that dream has died because he is stronger than I am. That is why I broke away from the organization, in reference to the Akatsuki. So Orochimaru's just like, yeah, Itachi has always been stronger than me. Like, always, at every single point in time. Donovan said, I agree that about Orochimaru and Itachi scaling, but it is stated by Orochimaru in part 1 that he wouldn't be able to defeat Hiruzen from 10 years ago, which was around the time of the massacre. Well, first of all, unless I'm about to get knowledge cliffed, I remember Orochimaru saying you might have a chance against me if you were 10 years younger. Like, he wasn't like completely admitting inferiority to a Hiruzen from 10 years prior. But I don't know if the massacre was actually 10 years. Well, it was more like 7 years, right? Yeah, the massacre was more like 7 years, I think. Right? Am I tweaking? Yeah. I think so. So it's like, it wasn't like a full 10 years. Like, Hiruzen would still be a little bit older. It's kind of weird.
Chance of getting Itachi's body anymore, so I have to go after Sasuke. And I have the Edo Tensei Jutsu up on my sleeve, and I'm not going to try and go after this guy, because even with that, with the thing I used to fight against Hokage, I'm not going to be able to do anything against him. Anything whatsoever. So he was terrified of Itachi.
Yeah, I mean, that is like, that sentence in that arc where he says, you know, Itachi is stronger than I am, that is like blatantly the same as Hashirama taking one look at Obito and did Tensei Shinchuriki saying, like, that guy is stronger than I am. So it's like, I mean, that's about as concrete as you can probably get. So, like, on that alone, like, you can't deny how strong Itachi is. Now, again, as we get, and I think this is where Shippuden kind of fumbles a little bit in terms of, like, retcon. And I get it, the time skip, you know, there's a lot of things that happen in, you know, 2.5, 3 years, but it's one of those things where Itachi was built up, right, as a super villain, really tough to bring down. And even though he consistently stayed that way as far as impressions go, we are given this backsliding in terms of his nerf, you know, his narrative nerf, because yes, this guy is like super strong, but at the same time, he also has this like illness that's affecting him. And so he's not really able to fight in the, you know, the peakest condition. So, you know, you could really say like, yeah, like the Sasuke and Itachi fight is a perfect example. It's like how tough, because we just established by this point how strong heavy Sasuke is. You know, Gator is this guy that like majority of the main cast, you know, were struggling, quote unquote, to be, or, you know, to finally catch, or whatever you want to call it. And here Sasuke is relatively easily taking him out. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Sasuke was on his last legs at the end of it, but at the same time, like, he was kind of just testing a lot of hypotheses that he was gathering.
And Kobe was also helping Data out in the fight.
Yeah.
Whether there's that.
Yeah. So, like, but the point is, though, it's like we were building up Happy Sasuke to be this guy who's, you know, reaching Kage level. If he wasn't already on Kage level, like bare minimum, he's
on Kage level already in Tenchi Bridge arc.
I was gonna say bare minimum, he's reaching it, but like, you know, relatively speaking, he is Kage level, like just on his feet alone. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and then we also see him like struggle to fight Itachi, and we're led to believe that like Itachi is struggling too. And then we only find out that Itachi easily could have beaten this guy if he was trying his hardest, and yet he still wasn't. And again, as we said,
I don't know about easily, but like Itachi would have won, you know. Like the one piece of evidence, the singular piece of evidence that we know of for Itachi holding back is because Obito says, if Itachi had wanted you, if Itachi had wanted to kill you, you would surely be dead, or something along those lines. So that doesn't necessarily imply Itachi was like holding back significantly in terms of like basically he just wasn't using his like insta-kill jutsus, like his Totsuka blade from the Susanoo. That's why he didn't use it immediately until Sasuke used Kirin, basically. So you could make that argument to say that like Itachi isn't necessarily holding back in physical strength or speed or anything like that. He's just not using his one-shot techniques on Sasuke. So I don't know if that implies easily. I don't think that statement would necessarily lead to that conclusion, but like Sasuke is still stronger. I mean, Itachi is still stronger than Sasuke in that fight. It just may not be it may not be by like a very wide margin, is what I'm trying to say.
Said he was blind, near death, and still couldn't win. So it's like,
I mean, we kind of see foreshadowing for that in the middle of the fight itself when Orochimaru pops out of Sasuke with his most powerful jutsu, supposedly the 8-headed serpent, and Itachi gives one look to the thing, he doesn't even flinch, and he stomps Orochimaru in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's it. And Orochimaru is a legendary shinobi in the Naruto world. He's not like, any chump that you're gonna find in the village and beat him like it's nothing. He's legendary Sanin. So, it's looking at how he performed there.
Well, it's even funnier when you take into account, like, Itachi was ready for it, too. Like, he even, that's what his intention was to draw Orochimaru out.
Yeah, he was playing Sasuke around till Orochimaru came out.
Yeah, he's like, okay, now he comes out. Now it's like, what took you so long? So it's like, yeah. So even sick Itachi is no joke. It's one of those things that's
yeah.
And again, like, the Akatsuki are painted as, like, S tier, like, criminals above what you would really see in even most Kage. So it's one of those things where
type shit.
I feel bad about the people that I hit Itachi up against, but at the same time, it's like, so to answer the question in the title of the video, is Itachi Uchiha really that powerful? I think it goes without saying he is incredibly powerful. It's just, when it comes to the opponents I pit him up against, they are also really powerful. And I think, I told Daigo this before we started recording, is that, like, maybe me doing the scaling in the versus battle videos is a little bit tricky sometimes, because if I say that, for example, Minato versus Itachi, if I say Minato wins 6 to 7 out of 10, people are
Minato would get folded. I'm not even gonna lie. He would get bent the fuck over. But that's not what we're talking about here.
Already triggered in saying that and thinking that means Minato just stops. And I'm like, that's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. If I say that a fight is going on 6 out of 7 out of 10, then that means that the other side that loses more often than not doesn't get stumped. They have a chance to win. That means I do think that they could pull off a win. Similar to the, again, bring up the Minato and the Itachi fight. I do think that Itachi could win. Do I think he wins more often than not? No. If you want to see my reason for that, I'll post a link for the video in the description below. But the point is that
I gotta get lightning on the Minato hate train. I will do it. One of these days, mark my words, it's gonna happen.
I don't think I'm underrating Itachi
I will brainwash him on some MK Ultra shit. Even if I have to do it, I'll do it.
Those said videos. There's only one video that I may think that I could be underrating him in, but for context, which is the Kakashi and Itachi one.
Oh yeah, I remember Lightning was telling me that he got quite a bit of hate from this because he said Kakashi from the War Arc would win, but he's just objectively right. Kakashi from the War Arc is no joke. He's significantly faster than at any other point he's been in the series. He could possibly have Genji resistance with his Mangekyo. He also has Kamui, which is insanely hacks. It's like a hard counter to Itachi Susanoo as well. So he got a lot of hate for this one, and I saw his comment section too. But I mean, yeah, he was spitting on that video.
I don't think in that video that me and Daigo did, I don't think that I was lowballing Itachi, especially since we were talking mostly about a sick Itachi versus War Arc Kakashi. And in my personal opinion, if you don't think that bare minimum War Arc Kakashi can at least give sick Itachi a good fight, I don't know what to tell you. I think you're kind of out of your mind, but that's just me. But again, I on the flip side of that, I did say that a healthy Itachi does win more often than not against War Arc Kakashi. It's just War Arc Kakashi's feats are really impressive, so I don't think I should be underrating him either. So as far as Kakashi aside, I think my scaling for Itachi in terms of the other videos I put him up against are sound in my opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is, Itachi is one of the most popular Naruto characters. He ranked number 2 in the popularity poll they did a while ago. So obviously, Itachi's fans are going to say he is really damn strong and that he stomps pretty much everybody in the verse. This is how takes Itachi destroys Madara or Hashirama or whoever else, which Itachi has.
I think those started off as kind of like troll takes. Even if they are real, they come from a very small percentage of people that don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. But if you know Itachi scaling legitimately, and you know what he can do, and you know the statements, the more obscure statements that revolve around him, you will see that he is actually a very strong character. That's what I'll say. I used to kind of shit on Itachi whenever I started making videos. I think I said that he loses to quite a few people when I was just blatantly wrong. Itachi is a lot stronger than even I thought he was. And that's why I tend to give him a lot more respect nowadays. Not just because it helps the Heavy Sasuke agenda, but whatever.
Has no chance against these things arise. But then there's also the counter arguments. There are also 2 extremes saying that Itachi is fodder. They can't fight for 5 minutes straight. And usually when there are 2 extreme points like that, the truth lies in the middle of things.
Yeah.
So Itachi is not in the top tier of the verse. He's definitely not 6 Pats level. He has no chance against any Madara that we can pinpoint the abilities of, for example. We don't know what base Mangekyo Madara could do, so we can't really say. But he's also definitely stronger than most Kages even. The only Kages that I can think could, beat Itachi are probably going to be Minato, Hashirama, Naruto, and probably Kakashi.
No, why did you put Minato in there? That boy Minato does not deserve to be on this screen, bro. What? Daigo, no. We gotta get you. Daigo, no. Bro, Daigo. All I gotta do, bro. There's just, it's so close. I'm so close. I bet I could convince Daigo that Itachi could beat Minato. Because if Itachi is a rival to Hebi Sasuke, or stronger than him, based on, I'm pretty sure Daigo said that he already agrees with that quote-unquote, he would easily beat Hebi Sasuke. And Sage Naruto, stated to be above Minato, that's what the topic of the stream was about, and Hebi Sasuke, Daigo believes that he would beat Sage Naruto. So therefore, Minato at the bottom, who's weaker than Sage Naruto, who'd lose to Hebi Sasuke, which Daigo agrees with, who is a rival to, if not weaker than, Itachi. So that's a very, very, very short chain scale that I bet I could get Daigo on that train, bro. We can get him on this shit, bro.
Kakashi, like every other Kage in the Naruto verse, is no chance against Itachi. And the problem with doing battles between like Itachi and someone powerful, like say the Fourth Raikage or even Onoki, for example, are clearly very powerful characters, is that Itachi actually destroys these guys.
Yeah.
Because he just completely negates their abilities and everything. But then it's not a very good video. You're like, yeah, man, I mean, Itachi destroys this guy. What can I say? Like, he has no chance. But then you have to put Itachi against people that are very strong and that have counters for Itachi. And this is when Itachi's weaknesses show up, like his lack of stamina, relatively speaking, his lack of chakra, his disease. So Itachi's a tricky character for versus battles videos.
Definitely. And that's what.
Oh, wait, I just realized that Daigo said that he doesn't think Tobirama would be able to beat Itachi. Holy shit. Oh, wow. I let that shit slip right past me. I can't believe I didn't hear that. Holy fuck. No, Daigo, no.
What I'm saying is, like, and at some point I might do, like, Itachi.
Daigo might be losing his GOAT status. First of all, he said Minato would beat Itachi. Now he's saying Tobirama can't either. He may not be my GOAT anymore.
Versus the Hokage. In my personal rough opinion, I think that, as far as the Hokage go, if I had to, say how strong he is relative to the other Hokage, I'd probably put him anywhere between probably the 5th strongest Hokage, behind Naruto, obviously, Hashirama, Minato, Kakashi, Minato, and then Itachi. So,
wait, is he? No, that was. I'm pretty sure the PNG he used was 4th War.
Minato, Kakashi.
Yeah, that's 4th War. Kakashi has the headband on. Damn it! God, no. Damn.
Minato, and then Itachi. So.
And I was even talking about every Kage in the verse.
Daigo is a Chad Tobirama hater. Oh my god.
I don't think any other Kage would be able to beat Itachi in a 1v1. I mean, we don't know exactly what the first Mizukage or in the first other Kages could do exactly, but I think Itachi probably has a chance of beating them.
The only other Kage I'd say that would probably give Itachi a really good fight is probably the 3rd Raikage, just on his speed.
I don't really see it.
I mean, like, Itachi could genjutsu him or like hit him with a Tosco blade maybe, but like other than that, like the 3rd Raikage is gonna give him like a hard time.
Because Itachi, sure, he can probably dodge Amaterasu, but Itachi has genjutsu and
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he gets him with genjutsu, it's done for. And I think it's definitely likely, just given Itachi's reaction speed and his how quick he is to pull off genjutsu. I was thinking if any other Kage were to give him a relatively tough fight, it probably would be the 3rd Raikage, just how strong and crazy fast he is. But that would be the only one that I could think of that give him a tough fight. So, I mean, I said, to answer the question, y'all, like, no, I don't think Itachi's overrated. I think he's extremely powerful. I'm sorry if this video doesn't convince you otherwise, that you think that I lowball Itachi in videos. I apologize if you think I do, but I'm also not going to say that.
Yeah, another goated video from Lightning Snow and Goat Knight, two legends. Congrats on hitting 4K Lightning. Daigo, what can I say? He's just a goat. He agrees with the Hebi Sasuke scaling. Yeah, cool video, cool video. Good stuff. Yeah, the only thing was like there was some slight Minato wank. Some very, very slight Minato wank. Other than that, it was great. It was great. I just got Itachi like whooping Minato, I'm not even gonna lie. I think he just whoops him. Like pretty badly, in my opinion. That's just me though. That's just me though. Daigo over here with the middle ground fallacy. Hey yo, $10 from Josh Farrow. What's up, man? Haven't seen you around in a while. How you doing, big dog? He said, hey loco, Itachi beats the 4th Raikage who beats Minato. People lately have been saying Minato beats Itachi, which is ridiculous. Tobirama beats every version of Naruto but KCM2. I agree with that. I think Tobirama has what it takes to beat... Yeah, he beats KCM1 Naruto, Sage Naruto, all that stuff. I agree. KCM2 Naruto would give Tobirama a hard time just because of the shadow clones and like... What? The fucking... Just the Kurama avatar in general is insane. But Tobirama should be able to keep up with that version of Naruto though, like undoubtedly. But Minato though, he would get shit on. I'm not even gonna lie. What y'all know about that Minato losing to Sage Naruto shit? What y'all know about that? Mu versus Itachi would go crazy. I don't know if it's Edo Mu, maybe. I think Mu was like heavily like underrated though. Can't think of a single Minato win con on Itachi. That's facts. That's facts. I agree with that. It's like he's not fast, nearly fast enough to bliss him. If anything, Itachi is actually faster than Minato is. Minato can still react to all of his abilities for the most part and use FTG to get away, which is a problem. But the thing is, like, other than that, like, what else does he have? Like, if Itachi is physically faster, then he would just win in close quarters combat, which means Minato wouldn't be able to land a Rasengan or try to slash him with a kunai, because just if Itachi is just fast enough to dodge that shit, then it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't land. But at the same time, Minato has no real way of breaking through the Susanoo, and he doesn't have a counter for Genjutsu, and if Amaterasu were to land on him, it's GG's. Naruto said, Josh, how the fuck does the Raikage beat Minato when him and B together couldn't land a hit? That's a shit argument, Don. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think Minato would be able to beat I don't think the Raikage would be able to beat Minato sometimes. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because like what you're referring to is a younger and weaker version of A before he became the Raikage. Before 17 years had passed to the point in Shippuden. So it's kind of weird, like that doesn't really count towards his scaling at all. But at the same time, the Raikage's moveset just relies on him landing a hit on Minato. And Minato is just stated to be able to at least react to all of his attacks, which really sucks. So the Raikage really has no way of getting his hands on Minato. But I don't think Minato really has what it takes to break through like the full fucking lightning cloak either. I think the third Raikage versus Minato is a little bit of a better discussion. In my opinion, that's what I think. What's up, Ray? How you doing? I know everything about Sage Mode Naruto over Minato. Facts. I'm a Naruto glazer, so I'm with that. Let's go. Who you got for Minato versus Pain? Hey man. Sage Naruto is just stated to be weaker than Pain. Hold on, let me bring up the statement. Let me show y'all. Let me put you on game real quick. Hold on. Let me put you on game. Oh my god. There it is. Give me 1 second. Alright. Let me put you on real quick. Actually, it's in the weeklies. There it is. Ah, shit, the fucking picture's still on the screen. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it is this chapter. It is this chapter right here. It says Pain's powers surpass those of Naruto in Sage mode. Right here, it's on the little side. Well, hold on, let me zoom in so y'all can see it better. It's on this left side right here. It's the wording that is turned on its side. It says Pain's powers surpass those of Naruto in Sage mode. And if Sage Naruto is stated to have surpassed Minato and Jiraiya in chapter 430, and Pain is just stated to be stronger than Sage Naruto, what conclusion does that get us to? Can Minato use Guiding Thunder on people? I don't see why he would need to. Like, he could just teleport them somewhere else, right? I mean, like, in theory, he probably could, though. Okay, do an Akatsuki ranking, but include the randoms in the part 1 ending? Come on now. Killer beat a goat? Facts. Raikage being weaker is not provable. And even if he was weaker, having B with him is basically multiplying his power by 2. So, I mean, if the Raikage is just shown, actually stated and shown, because it's stated in the weekly manga that Minato is just better than A was during that flashback. And then later on in Shippuden, it's stated that A is actually not inferior to Minato's Flying Raijin activation speed. Then what conclusion does that get us to? It's just like if a younger version of A, 17 years younger, is just stated and shown to get outplayed by Minato really badly, and then an older version of A with more experience is stated to be not inferior to Minato. Like, that is just a direct proof that A got stronger. What are we talking about? Itachi also catches Killer B with Genjutsu with only 3 Tomoe Sharingan. If it's not for Yuki, he would have lost there. That is true. Yuki kind of reacted slow to Itachi's Genjutsu, I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, another $10 from Josh Farrow, the GOAT. I appreciate that, man. Thank y'all, in general, y'all, for being so very generous today. I'm very thankful to hang out here with y'all. He said Minato is relative to the Raikage, and B was able to blitz him with a tentacle. And if you look at how much stronger they got in the war arc, Minato gets smoked. Minato isn't taking on the war arc Raikage. Yeah, I agree. It's just like the not inferior statement just implies that, well, this is my interpretation of it. I had to refine my arguments recently for the not inferior statement. So basically, Minato is fast. His reaction speed is fast. Specifically, not his physical movement. Like, how fast he can run in, that scales to shit, right? But like, his reaction speed and how fast he can activate FTG, that's fast. It's very respectable. Minato can react to things that are very fast. But the Raikage is fast enough with his lightning cloak to actually pressure Minato and to keep using FTG, basically. So it's like the Raikage speed with the lightning cloak is not inferior to Minato's literal fucking teleportation. Like, even though Minato has instantaneous teleportation, the Raikage is so much faster than Minato's actual physical movement speed that Minato is like kind of forced to use Flying Raijin to combat the Raikage effectively. That's my interpretation of that statement. But what that also implies is that Minato is fast enough to at least react to all of the Raikage's attacks, or else the Raikage would just be stronger than him overall, instead of being like not inferior. Not inferior implies like they're somewhat equal to each other. So that's why I wouldn't go so far as to say the 4th Raikage could win. I could see arguments for it. I think it's a tough fight. But if Minato, if all of the Raikage's jutsu relies on him getting close to Minato, and he doesn't really have any hacks, just like brute strength, Minato should be able to react to everything he can dish out and teleport away from. It's just like I could see the Raikage winning in very specific scenarios, like if he corners Minato and Minato doesn't have any other flying Raishin markers to teleport to, then that's one thing. But it's like very specific scenarios that would require the Raikage to win. That would be required, you know. Like the stream, fam? Yes, sir. I appreciate the 10 though, Josh. Just subscribe for 10 minutes to say Heavy Sasuke is a base Sannin victim and base Minato beats everyone before Hashirama and Madara. Unsubscribe. Hold on. Why do I have the fucking subscribe thing on? I didn't know. I thought I turned that off. Fuck, I didn't turn it off. My bad. My bad. I thought I fucking turned that shit off. That one's on me. That sucks. Anyways, Tyler, run my ones. We can debate that. Come on now. You hopped in my chat, you subscribe for 10 minutes, and then you unsubscribe just to say that. Run my ones in the Discord server. Come on now. My boy always pulling out the scans to support his stances instead of basing off raw opinion. I remember you busted out a calc too. That's how I do it, Neuro. That's how I do it, my boy. Three Tomo Sharingan Genjutsu puts Minato to sleep immediately, not gonna lie. Facts, facts, facts. A speed was stated to not be inferior to Minato's in version 2. Not necessarily version 2, but okay. Not his overall power. It's never stated or shown that War Arc A or B are significantly stronger than they were in the third war. Okay, but hold on. Let's go to the statement then. Let's go to the statement that I'm referring to. I should have known that Donovan wouldn't. I'm just knowledge cliffing Donovan 24/7. I was expecting him to know what I was talking about, but fuck me for having too much faith in him. So I guess it's not showing up in this black and white text. But this text right here says something like the Minato's speed surpasses even A's or something like that. In this little, it's not translated right here for some reason, but that's what it says. Minato's speed surpasses A, something like that. And then it's just stated later on in the series that A is now not inferior to Minato in speed. So if A was previously too slow to combat Minato effectively, and now he's fast enough to actually be considered on par with him despite Minato having flying Raijin, then that would just prove that he got faster. Come on now. Sasuke Shidori basically barely pierced A. Yeah, that kunai ain't doing shit. And that was with lightning release too. Yeah. You could say that like Sasuke like manipulated the lightning cloak around A, possibly. Also, Minato marked B's tentacle without him even noticing. Why would B know that he can like place markers on things with his chakra? Low key. Why does B know that? Like, you know, flying Raijin is kind of like a form of summoning jutsu. I'm pretty sure that's stated in the data books. It's like a form of, it's like a reworked version of the summoning jutsu, reverse summoning. And you know that people write down summoning contracts, right, with like a pen on a fucking scroll, like the actual paper. So up until this point, B could be under the impression that Minato like wrote down the flying Raijin formula on his kunai instead of actually placing them with his chakra. Like B wouldn't have knowledge on how flying Raijin seals work. Like he wouldn't know that Minato is just capable of marking people with his pure chakra. There's no reason to assume that he does know that. Minato's kunai sliced clean through the eight-tailed tentacle and left a crater in the ground. He would easily break through the lightning armor. His Rasengan also has crazy AP feats. Why does that prove he would break through the lightning armor, though? Why does that prove he would break through the lightning armor? Cutting through, like, the lightning armor is stated to be impervious to all kinds of jutsu, including Bijou bombs. Like, A fought the eight-tails multiple times, and it was his lightning armor that allowed him to do it. And I'm not talking about the third Raikage, I'm talking about the fourth Raikage. We see him, he was the one that cut off the horn of the eight-tails. And also I want to see if he actually left a crater in the ground. I don't remember that. I don't see any crater in the ground. I think you're capping on that. There's no crater here. Caparoonie. Yeah, you're lying, bro. My boy lied. That sucks. It's crazy. Why'd you just lie to my face, Donovan? Don't do that, bro. Now I have trust issues. You can't do that to me. That sucks. Who's the strongest character do you believe Danzo can defeat? That is a good question. That is a good question. Let me think about that. I don't know. I think Danzo like caps out at maybe like this, I don't know. Maybe the Sage Naruto tier. There are so many people he can beat with Kodo Matsukami though. Like you could say he's beating like fucking Hashirama with that shit. Honestly, bro, he's just kind of fucking cracked. Like if you can only argue that he wouldn't beat people that have the capability to break out of Kodo Matsukami. And even if that person can break out of Kodo, you'd also have to argue that they're fast enough, physically fast enough, to react to the initial Izanagi sneak attack. Like when he uses Izanagi for the first time and goes to someone's back and tries to stab them. Like, because even Sasuke wouldn't have been able to get out of the way there. And Sasuke does have like KCM1 speed scaling at that point in time during the Kage Summit. So, yeah. Why would B need to push the Raikage out of the way if Minato's kunai wouldn't pierce his lightning armor? B could have just not wanted to take the chance, or A's lightning armor could have been significantly weaker 17 years prior. That reverse tetragram seal would blick pain. Oh my god, bro. End the stream mid-sentence, lol. What? Yo, I just watched Jay the Great reacted to your debunk of his argument. He don't like the Suigetsu being on par with the Raikage speed. Darui is Raikage speed level. Yeah, I did a stream covering that. I wanted to hop in a call with Jay, but that's just not how things turned out. Yes, if the kunai wasn't gonna hurt A, then B wouldn't have to have stopped it. I already addressed that point when I talked about the other guy's comment. Yeah, but a kunai will get it done. Kunai is greater than a Bijou bomb. Minato fans, probably. Yep. Also, you could make an argument that piercing attacks do more damage in Naruto. Like, if you watch my latest video, you'd see my reasoning as to why, like, pointy objects just kind of neg durability. I'm not gonna go over it here, but it's funny as hell. I can make a whole video talking about why, like, kunai are, like, overpowered for no reason at all. Especially if you have, like, wind release or lightning release to sharpen it. It'd be dope, bro. Kunai are just unparalleled in terms of damaging power. If MS Sasuke's Chidori can break through the lightning armor that easily, then Minato's Rasengan easily can. How are you scaling Minato's Rasengan above Sasuke's Chidori? What? You're never proving that, buddy. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you're never proving that. Sucks to suck. Hey, I mean, Danzo tried using a kunai on Sasuke and we saw what happened. That was the Chidori, though. I mean, fuck Chidori. What am I talking about? That was the Susanoo. So the Danzo's kunai busted on the Susanoo. I'm talking about like actual people's flesh and bones and skin and fucking organs and shit. That kind of gets fucking negged by pointy objects. I'm not even gonna lie. Danzo's beating A for sure. Maybe if A doesn't like spawn in with the lightning cloak. Well, he could still use like Kodo Matsukami on A. I ain't gonna lie. By the way, I fuck with you, Loco. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Danzo gets beat up by Oro. I don't care. Fuck no, that's not happening. What? Orochimaru poisons him or just eats him with a snake, and then Danzo just uses Izanagi to undo everything Oro does. What? Orochimaru has consistently been shown to be susceptible to like Uchiha Genjutsu, and then like Danzo just has access to the strongest ocular-based Genjutsu, stated and shown to be the strongest. So yeah, Orochimaru's getting folded. And the sneak attack. Well, I mean, actually, you know what? Orochimaru should know about the Izanagi, so the sneak attack may not work on him. But Kodo definitely should. There's no proof Oro actually knows about that shit, if I'm being honest. And even if he did, like, what is he doing to Kodo Matsukami? Like, nothing. People should also forget that Minato blitzes with his flying Thunder God. If his opponent is relative to him, then they can react to him like B did. Nah, B is more than like he's just faster than Minato is physically, which is why he was able to do that. But I agree with you. Specifically, if they're faster than him, I don't know about relative. If Minato gets the drop on someone that he's relative to, he'd probably kill them. Right, with flying, like if he teleports to their back and tries to cut them, and they're relative, Minato would probably get that off. But if they're just blatantly faster than him, like B is, they can just easily react to Minato's flying Raijin. And that's just shown to be the case. Obito versus Kakashi is the most overrated fight in the show? Nah, bro, nah. You're actually spitting facts, because I remember a couple years ago, maybe back in like 2018, 2019, people used to shit on that fight. That fight didn't become popular until very recently. People used to say that fight was kind of dog shit. I remember that. And nowadays, they're saying that it's like one of the best fights in the entire series. Like, it did not used to get this much love, I'm telling you. I mean, it's overrated. It's still a good fight, but it's like people never used to glaze that fight as much as they do today. They act like it's like a super masterpiece. It has good animation though. I'm not even gonna lie, it's pretty good. Lol, the crater is right there. Am I missing the crater? If we look at it, it's just grass right here. There's no crater in the ground. And even if there was a crater, it would be most likely due to the weight of B's tentacle and not Minato's actual strike. Yeah, there's no crater. There's no visible damage to the ground. You lied to me, Donovan. I'm disappointed in you. The dust cloud is not the same as a crater? Yep. Minato is a Taka Sasuke victim? Yep, that's stated to be the case. Not even gonna lie. Hey yo, another $5 from Josh Farrow. Thank you, bro. Very, very generous as usual. Thank you, Josh. He said, so the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu should have been used more. Also, they should have used it on Jutsu like the Great Fireball and Awesomest Chakra Blades. Yes, bro. Well, I mean, bro, Shuriken are kind of ass. Hold on. Let's go to the very first chapter of Naruto. Let's go to the very first chapter. Shuriken are kind of ass. They're consistently shown to be ass. And what I mean by that is, like, if you look at this shit, this motherfucker, Iruka, doesn't he just take a fucking big ass shuriken to the back? Where is it? I'm pretty sure he just takes a big ass shuriken to the back, right here. And look, that shit barely pierces him. I mean, it cuts him, right? But look, like, just only the tip goes in. Pause. Unpause. But like, look, that shit barely damages him. So shurikens in Naruto are just kind of ass. But kunai are overpowered. Kunai are actually overpowered. For some reason, shurikens are just dog shit. Maybe characters in Naruto can't throw a shuriken as hard as they can, like, stab someone with a knife. Maybe, like, the force is unproportional. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Shuriken are just ass, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank you for the 5, though, Josh. What if Minato has a wind affinity and used it to amp his kunai? That would explain where Naruto got it from. I don't think Minato has wind release. I think he has lightning. I'm pretty sure he has lightning release. Rasen Shuriken, not Rasen Shuriken. Rasengan is constantly shown to be relative to Chidori. Minato's Rasengan one-shot Hashirama Cell Obito and clash with a charging tailed beast bomb from the Nine Tails LMAO. Lightning armor isn't doing shit. So first of all, You could, once again, the piercing argument, you can argue that since the the Chidori does piercing damage while the Rasengan does brute strength, the amount of damage that they'd output on someone isn't equivalent. Basically, the Rasengan has more AP and will deal more, like, more of a, it'll have more an effect on, the destructive capacity is greater, right? Like, you could see, I think this might be anime only, but like Konohamaru, baby-ass Konohamaru creates a big-ass crater in the ground when he first uses the Rasengan. I think he uses it on Tamari or some shit. He tries to use the Rasengan on Tamari, and even his little ass is able to create a big crater in the ground. So it has better destructive capability, but the Chidori does piercing damage, right? Which is, like I'm saying, consistently shown to somewhat negate durability, right? So the Rasengan's brute force doesn't necessarily compare to the Chidori's piercing damage. And Minato damaging Hashirama Cell Obito doesn't really mean shit. I mean, that doesn't mean shit. Like, Obito doesn't really have any good durability feats until the War Arc, in which he has technically more Hashirama Cells and the Rinnegan, which could possibly amp his own durability because it provides a very potent chakra, and we know the Shinobi use chakra to amp themselves and their physical capabilities and possibly their own durability. So Minato's Rasengan wouldn't really scale to any notable form of Obito, and you could never really prove that it scales to the Ninetales Bijou Bomb either. The clash is pretty much off screen. We don't know if Minato won the clash. We don't know if he even did equal attack potency to the Ninetales during that clash. There's just no way to prove that Minato actually scales to that tailed beast bomb since it's all off screen. It just goes white. Talk no jutsu is a form of ninshu. Facts. Minato looks hella clean. The Hokage cloak is pretty cool, I'm not even gonna lie. Danzo used Shuriken pretty well. I think that's anime only. It's not in the manga. Danzo and Orochimaru could have taken over the leaf together? No, they most definitely could. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Like, no one's putting up a fight to them. Like, I think Danzo is possibly stronger than Hiruzen is. And even if he isn't, Orochimaru could, like, they could team up on Orochimaru while the Sound, Ninja, and Danzo's foundation just solo. I don't know why they just didn't team up. Probably because, like, they would have had to fought each other eventually. Like, Danzo and Orochimaru would have been at each other's throats. Because both of them want, like, control of the village, or they want different things for the village. Iruka's just built different, yeah. You can just tank a whole kunai to the back. Mitsuki is weak as fuck, yeah. Oh my god. Like a mace versus an arrow, that's a perfect comparison, Saber. Like, a mace will break through like a wall or shit, you know? A mace will deal more like actual destructive damage, but an arrow will pierce through someone's like fucking organs in their heart and shit. Well, a mace just might break bones, you know? Like, if you aim a mace and an arrow at somebody's chest area, like, a mace will end up breaking somebody's ribs and maybe like bruising one of their fucking lungs or whatever, but the arrow will just go straight through someone's heart, you know? And it'll kill them immediately. So that's why I'm saying, like, piercing damage isn't the same thing as, like, straight up brute force, which is why the Rasengan may not be able to, in theory, it wouldn't be able to accomplish the same things that the Chidori does. Like, the Chidori is more effective for actually killing someone, whereas the Rasengan is more of a destroying its surroundings type of jutsu. Naruto no-cell tanks Sasuke Chidori at the Valley of the End Part 2. I don't think it ignores their ability. Does he use the Chidori there? I don't remember. I seem to remember that being anime only, but I'm pretty sure you're right. Naruto does kind of like... No, it's the next chapter. Almost got it. I think Naruto kind of blocks it. Or he tries to block it at least. It's kind of weird. Yeah, he puts his he kind of puts his hand up to block it. Maybe he could have like used his chakra cloak right there to negate some of the damage, like Kurama's chakra. It's a possibility. This is such a cool fight, though. Fuck. Minato is a Konan victim? Nah, that's crazy, dude. Minato is fairly scaled? I don't think so. Too many people overhype him. That's what I'm saying. Like, those motherfuckers on TikTok, dude. That's... Holy shit, bro. I've seen way too many people on TikTok hype up this dude unnecessarily. Like, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. And I don't have a TikTok. Right? I had a TikTok account, but I think it got suspended. Somehow my TikTok account got suspended and like fucking banned or some shit. So I don't have like an actual official Loco TikTok anymore. I just Google people's channels, like without being signed in, and I see all the glaze because people in my Discord server have been sending some of these videos to me, and they're actually fucking insane. There's way too much glaze going on. Saying Minato beats Hashirama and Madara type shit. It's way too crazy. Obito's mask got more durability than 80% of the show. Yeah, I think we talked about this last stream when you weren't here. Hella Entertainment, you fucking bitch. Not playing. But we talked about this last stream with when I was on with Sage of Thick Calves and Lightning Snow. Here's a great example of durability. Of brute force being different than a piercing attack. Like, you see Naruto headbutting Obito's mask right here. And then Naruto's like, oh, that thing is hard. I didn't even crack it. Like, Naruto running straight into Obito's mask. Look at this shit. Like, Naruto sees Obito, and then he starts charging forward and headbutts him. This is KCM1 Naruto. But then later on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the chapter. I'm not even going to lie. I may not be able to find this chapter. Later on, I think it is this chapter actually. Yeah, Kakashi throws like a kunai at Obito's mask and it cuts through it. Here it is. There's like this kunai. He throws this kunai at Obito's mask and it ends up cutting it. Or just a normal fucking kunai. Whereas KCM1 Naruto charging headfirst at Obito doesn't even crack it. Whereas like a kunai does. So it's like, that's a prime example of brute force being different than piercing, right? It's not the same thing. Y'all ain't no Loco work for NASA? I plan to. You're a doctor now? Nah. I would never want to go into med school. I don't think that's interesting to me. That's why I am currently studying the STEM field. Also, taking multiple paper bombs and surviving stuck directly in your body is an insane... What are you talking about, Donovan? Are you just yapping? I can't even... It's just incoherent. Minato was a Sage Mode Naruto victim. Facts. More facts. Itachi ran from Jiraiya. I hate that argument, dude. I hate it. Hate it, dude. Have y'all heard my argument for this? Hold on. Let's get into this. I want to show y'all these arguments. Shout out to my buddy Chrome for introducing this to me. So where the arguments come from of Jiraiya being able to beat Itachi and Kisame at the same time come from this chapter 144, in which Kisame says you can fight wherever and how. Well, this is a bad translation. Hold on, let me find a different one. This isn't the Viz one. Let me see if I can find the more correct version. I think I might just have to look for the black and white. I think this website has the Viz version. I haven't gotten it translated, so this might be a little bit different. All right, here it is. Here it is. This is the one. This is the translation that everyone uses right here. Even if you might be able to take him on, I'm not so sure about me. He's in a different league. Yeah, if we faced off, we might end up killing each other, or at the very least, we'd hurt each other very badly. And even if I had more backup, the outcome probably wouldn't change. It was great finding him at the ramen shop, but his babysitter was one of the 3 great Konoha Shinobi of legend. With him as our enemy, blah 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 blah. So people use this statement to say that Jiraiya would be able to match Itachi and Kisame. And the counter argument to this, that once again, shout out to my buddy Chrome for introducing this to me, is that you can make an equally likely interpretation. Hold on, let me lower this shit down. You can make an equally likely interpretation. I'm telling y'all how to counter this statement, so fucking pay attention. Anytime someone brings up to you Jiraiya over Itachi, tell them this argument. I'm about to give you the sauce. Pay attention. It is an equally likely interpretation of this statement that Itachi is not actually referring to Jiraiya, but rather he's referring to Naruto. Let that sink in. It's knocking at the door. But yeah, so my reasoning for this is that this is actually before Itachi and Kisame confront Naruto and Jiraiya at the inn, right? Remember they find them at this like little hotel area. This is like 2 or 3 chapters before that. So at this point in time, all Itachi and Kisame have done is infiltrate the Leaf Village and spy on people. They fought Kakashi, Guy, Kurenai, Asuma, but they haven't really done anything yet. They don't know how strong Naruto is, and they know Jiraiya is protecting him. Naruto is at the ramen shop, like they said. They know where Naruto is. They said it was great finally finding him at the ramen shop. And I believe this is this is about 3 chapters prior. We see Naruto eating ramen, right? So they knew where Naruto is, and they saw that Jiraiya was protecting him, right? But they don't know how strong he is. They don't know how proficient he is with using the Nine Tails chakra. So they do know that he is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and I'm not going to be able to find the chapter for it. I doubt it. But Itachi himself says something like the Akatsuki wants the Nine Tails because it is the strongest tailed beast. I'm gonna have to find it. He says something like we want the 4th Hokage's legacy, the Nine Tails or some shit. Hold on. Here it is. I think it's this chapter. Yes. Because he is the strongest tailed beast. He is the strongest tailed beast with the most chakra. And this is like common knowledge. This is something everybody knows, that the Nine Tails are the strongest. Even all the way back in part 1, Itachi and Kisame should know that that Naruto is the Jinchuriki of the strongest Bijou, right? So they don't know how proficient he is with this chakra. So you could just say that Itachi is saying that if Naruto were to go berserk with the Nine Tails, he might end up stalemating it, and they would probably kill each other. Right, and he said, even if I had more people to help me out in the Akatsuki, we'd still probably struggle against the Nine Tails. This is consistent because even Pain struggled against half of the Nine Tails with his strongest jutsu, Chibaku Tensei. Right, and to support this, Kisame says it was great finally finding him at the ramen shop, but his babysitter was one of the 3 Sanin, whatever, you know. So like Kisame is responding to Itachi talking about who, like Itachi saying we're gonna kill this someone, like this someone is a match for me, right? And then Kisame is saying it was great finally finding that person, that someone at the ramen shop, which is talking about Naruto. Where is it? I fucking went away from the chapter. So you could say that Kisame is responding to Itachi's statement about this someone that would end up being a perfect match for Itachi. And then he goes on to talk about Jiraiya. So, yeah, he said that's a mistranslation. Yeah, this actually, I haven't gotten this retranslated. This is just, I'll probably have to do that later. But, yeah, you can make this argument to say that instead of Itachi talking about Jiraiya, he's talking about Naruto and the Nine Tails. And that's actually pretty good scaling for Itachi because he thinks that he could stalemate the Nine Tails. Right, pretty much. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think about that, though. Let me know what you think about that. All right. Bet. Literally, wait, what are y'all talking about? You said, but it's... Oh, y'all are talking about fucking different things. Were y'all even listening? What the hell? You're cooking right now. Your streams are always a learning experience. I appreciate that, Nuru. Thank you, bro. Loco giving out the methods. What's up, Sukacha? How you doing? Bro, still ducking the Discord server. Sukacha, you need to join, bro. What are you doing? Bro, Donovan out here trying to downplay the tandem paper bombs. What the hell are you talking about, bro? The reason why the tandem paper bombs are so strong is because it's literally an exponential explosion of paper bombs. They are infinitely compounding explosions, right? The reason why they're so strong, and Tobirama states this himself, is because the blast is so concentrated. Because the paper bombs summon in so many others within such a small amount of space. So like the area in which the blasts are going off is very confined, which means that the blasts are more concentrated, which ends up in a more powerful output, which makes the tandem paper bombs so fucking strong. Hitachi was still ducking Jiraiya? Yeah. No, Loco, we don't give a fuck about your combo. Yeah, fuck you too then. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that was my argument for that though. That's what I think. I think it's like pretty good counter to a lot of the Jiraiya wank that I've been hearing about. That Itachi argument wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think it's I think it's consistent with the story that Itachi would like if Itachi is like on like the top tiers of the Akatsuki, and we see that Pain is even struggling with the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. I think it makes sense that Itachi would be saying that he would struggle with something of this caliber as well. So I think it's consistent. The narrative of this interpretation would be this interpretation would be consistent with the narrative, rather. But yeah, I think it makes sense. Just found you a week ago. Well, what's up, Saber? I'm glad you decided to tune in, bro. React to Noodle's multiversal Naruto. Bro, I know Noodle's arguments. I'll watch it another day. I'm actually probably about to hop off soon, but I will watch that eventually. I know Noodles probably was cooking on that video. Could Kurenai put Orochimaru under Genjutsu? Hey, man. Pretty sure Kurenai is stated to be on like a similar caliber to Itachi somehow. So maybe Kurenai is beating Orochimaru unironically. Kurenai might be slamming. Tobirama's paper bomb jutsu is stronger because he uses Edo Tensei regen to infinitely multiply them. They aren't 10 tails level or individually stronger than normal paper bombs. It's crazy how they didn't address a single thing I said, Donovan. They didn't talk about them being more concentrated. They didn't talk about the area to output argument. You just ignored all of that. Kurenai probably gets fear hexed. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty true. Or she might be too stupid to realize that Orochimaru is just significantly stronger than her. You know? So maybe she wouldn't get fear hexed. Yeah, I'ma probably head out soon. I got some shit to do, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm almost finished playing Tears of the Kingdom, bro. Like, how many of y'all in here play the Zelda games, bro? I pretty much maxed out Link in every category. pretty much every category. I got all the Sage's wills. I got max battery. I got the best armor in the game to level 4. I have the Master Sword now. I have the Hylian Shield, bro. I'm just cracked, bro. I'm absolutely cracked. There's like not a single enemy in the entire game that poses a threat to me. Just I think I checked on my Switch the other day, and I have like 100 hours logged in the game, bro. It's insane, bro. Wouldn't Tosca Blade one-shot Kurama? You could say Kurama would be fast enough to like dodge it, or maybe the Tosca Blade. Well, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because it depends on like what Itachi is referring to. Is he referring to like Kurama itself, or just like a partial transformation, like a version 2 Ninetales Jinchuriki? Because even like a version 2 would still pose it still pose a threat to Tendo Pain, right? Six Tails was still kind of running his fade, right? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like there's a lot of things Itachi could be referring to, and either way, like the Ninetales coming out would still pose a threat to Itachi, right? It would still, unless it's like Four Tails. Four Tails would probably get no diffed, but like I think you could say Itachi is counting on like the actual Ninetales itself, because that's what the Akatsuki pretty much sent him there for. I bought Tears of the Kingdom on release and never beat it. That sucks, bro. It's a really great game. It's a great game, bro. That boy been grinding. That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, you think 100 hours is a lot in a game? You're a casual, bro. I got the game like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know. I bet I could check my bank account for the exact date that I bought it. Hold on. Let me tell y'all the exact date that I bought this game. Let's see here. Bro, where is it? May 26th. May 26th. So it's been like less than 3 weeks. And I've already played like a shit ton, bro. I've been like staying up at night to play that shit. Like every single fucking day. That's why I've been getting no sleep. 100 hours straight so we're not touching grass, JK. Bro, I never play games like that. Like ever. This is the first time I've ever like played a game for so long in such a short amount of time. Like that never happens. This is why I haven't been streaming so much. I've just been enjoying this game. It's such a great game. Holy shit. Man, I've just been logging so many hours on that shit, bro. Killer would solo the tuning exams? Oh my god. I don't watch I never seen Hunter x Hunter. Donovan is a Loco victim. Facts. Can confirm. Donovan do be getting slammed by me every day. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out though. I do plan on streaming later this weekend. If you have any suggestions for a video, be sure to drop them in the comments, because I guarantee you right now I will forget them. I will forget them if you tell them to me right now. So please drop them in the comments so I can actually read them later on. So we can watch that later this weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday. But yeah, I had a fun time with y'all. I wanted to give a big thank you to everyone that donated today. Like, of course, Tanner was the first one to donate. Donated several times, actually. What a goat. Of course, Serial Designation coming through as always. Our boy, Eternal Flame. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Bro got like 9K, like 10K subs, and he's still coming on here, like, watching my streams. He's such a great friend, bro. Eternal Flame is so cool, bro. It's like my dad, bro. Anyways, we got Josh Farrell, the GOAT of the streams, coming in, supporting me as normal. I appreciate y'all showing up. Definitely has been a fun time. Don't forget, Minato do be a Sage Mode Naruto victim. Can't even lie. And don't forget that fucking Itachi argument. Use it on the Jiraiya stands. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. But